What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So, I want to talk about a phrase that I hear thrown around often, especially when it comes to colorism conversations and dating preferences, and just in general within the Black community. And that phrase is, you know, we come in all different skin tones and shades. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that at one point or another, right? But think about when you've heard that phrase, right? Think about who said the phrase, all right? Then think about who the phrase was referring to. Do you ever notice that when this phrase comes up, it tends to be focused on Black women? Notice that. Think about it for a moment. Think back. Many times, I'm not saying every single time in the history of the universe, but many times when this phrase comes up, it comes up in reference to Black women, not so much Black men. And both Black men and Black women participate in this, right? You'll definitely hear Black men saying, like, we all Black, especially if, someone's trying to call him out on his dating preferences or his dating patterns, right? Especially when it comes to, like, brown skinned and dark skinned men, that they tend to push that narrative too, like, oh, we come in all different shades and skin tones. Black is Black. There's no difference between Black women, etc. Something to that effect, right? Um, Also, you'll see this coming from Black women, both light-skinned women and dark-skinned Black women. Light-skinned Black women will say this as a way to perhaps sidestep their colorism, and just say, we're all the same when convenient. As well, maybe some light-skinned women want to have, like, a genuine kumbaya, right? So it's like, we're all Black, right? And then the dark-skinned women sometimes want to, play, Captain Save a light-skinned chick, and perhaps maybe they have light-skinned female family members or really good light-skinned female friends, etc., right? So they'll push that narrative, we're all Black, there's no, like, hint, hint, there's no difference between us, right? Even though obviously we can see that there is a difference in phenotype, of course, right? But again, you notice that it tends to be focused on Black women, right? And it does send the message that, Black women are low-key interchangeable, right? You can switch out a dark-skinned woman for a light-skinned woman, vice versa. You can switch out all these different shades and you'll still have a Black woman, right? But notice, you don't really tend to hear that phrase when it comes to Black men. Notice that you don't tend to hear that phrase. Not to say that the phrase has never applied to both Black men and Black women, but you tend not to hear that phrase come up nearly as much. Brown skin and dark skinned men are not going to be pushing that phrase when it comes to Black men, right? Because it would, for them, it wouldn't be in their best interest, especially if they're like colorists themselves. Like, the Black men, brown skin and dark skinned Black men, they're not rolling out the welcome mat for essentially their competition. Nuh-uh. Although they will expect brown skin and dark skinned Black women to roll out the welcome mat for essentially their competition. Hypocrisy, right? What hypocrisy? And of course, by and large, the brown skin and dark skinned women, for one reason or another, tend to roll out the welcome mat. You know, they're quick and oddly enough, they're quicker to roll out the welcome mat for the light-skinned female. I'm referring to the dark-skinned, brown-skinned females. They're oddly enough quicker to roll out the welcome mat for the light-skinned and biracial females than they are for the light-skinned mixed biracial men. And that's a little strange too. I could see them just not rolling out the welcome mat for either of them. That would be like, okay, that makes sense. Or both of them. And I'm sure that there are some who do, right? But you can kind of see some who don't, or some who like, you know. And again, when it comes to black women's dating preferences, you don't tend to hear them using this, oh, we're all black as an excuse, right? Because usually their dating preferences tend to fall in line with what the community wants them to prefer, which are brown skin and dark skin black men. So they don't feel the need to say this. And, light skin and mixed men usually don't question brown skin and dark skin women on their dating preferences. They just move on, right? Or either they never really cared in the first place, right? Since either they were checking for them and they're like, okay, on to the next, or either they weren't checking for them to begin with, right? And when it comes to the same thing, more or less, when it comes to the light skinned and biracial females, all right? If they checking for them, or if, either way it goes, they're just like, whatever, keep it moving, right? But yeah, it's just something that I think kind of goes over people's heads, right? And notice, like, people aren't so quick to want to make black men interchangeable. It happens. I'm not going to say that it doesn't ever happen. But usually when it happens, it's like the brown skin and dark skin men usually are getting something out of it. Let's be real. Like with Barack Obama, right? Or perhaps a Colin Kaepernick, or perhaps even a Jesse Williams, right? A Malcolm X, a Louis Farrakhan. It's something you can get out of it. Who else? Thurgood Marshall. Heck, even Nat Turner, who people probably don't even know was actually light skinned. They've just appropriated him just to the point where you don't even know he is associated with light skin at all, right? So it's like they're going to pick and choose and be more strategic about it when it comes to who they're rolling out the welcome mat for, right? You don't really seem to hear that kumbaya as much from them when it comes to the men, right? Nah, right? But they will expect that from the women to be all kumbaya and, we're all the same, this, that, and the third. And if a brown skin or dark skin black woman or black women don't fall in line with that, that's when the shaming comes into play, right? Oh, you're jealous, you're angry, you're bitter, you're just, want someone, you just want some attention, or you're so desperate for attention. Y'all know the song, right? And then the gaslighting. Oh, she's just mad because she can't get a man. She's jealous of the light-skinned chick. Then you kind of start to get shamed, and they get shamed and gaslighted into rolling out the welcome mat, right? And oddly enough, these brown skinned and dark skinned black men do the same thing that they accuse the brown skinned and dark skinned black women of when it comes to light skinned men, right? But the thing is, they aren't called out on it, they aren't shamed for it, they aren't gaslighted for it. It's considered completely normal. No one calls it out, right? Like no one ever says like, oh, when that brown skin or dark skin dude's making like some light skin dude joke or some beige Negro joke. No one ever really calls that out as being like, jealous, bitter, or angry, right? And you can argue that that's where that comes from. Perhaps it is, perhaps it isn't, but that's an argument. But notice people in the black community usually don't make that argument when it comes to, the light skinned and dark skinned black men interacting with each other. But they make it when it comes to the brown skin, like the dark skinned and light skinned females interacting with each other, right? Why is that? Yeah. And as well, why does it seem like the brown skin and dark skinned black men are very quick to give away the black female identity to nearly everybody? I mean, Rachel Dolezal can even be considered a black female to some of these dudes, right? But they're not so quick to give away their own identity like that. They're gonna make you work for it, right? They gonna make sure you put in some work before you snatch their identity from them, right? Yeah. And to be real, by and large, I really don't think that the light skin mixed black men are really trying to take dark skin and brown skin black men's identity from them, you know, because light skin and mixed men, they are able to move within society and are able to use their accomplishments to coast off of, right? And when it comes to the females, not so much. I think without the black identity, the light skinned mixed females, they would be in trouble, honestly. Because not really many people really care about the light skinned mixed biracial female like that. Unless she's in a black space, unless she's considered a black woman, oddly enough. And that's weird. Notice that. On her own, she can't stand, but if she assumes the identity of a black woman, then bam, she's good to go for some reason. Strange. And I'm not going to say that that's not, applicable when it comes to the light skin and mixed men, but I feel like it affects the light skin and mixed women more. And I think that's part of the reason why they hold on to that identity so strongly and cape for that identity so strongly, is because without it they know they ain't got shit. They know that they ain't shit without it, because no other group of people really give a fuck about them. No group of people really care about them like that, right? And they can't coast off of their accomplishments like men can. So it's like they kind of in trouble a little bit. So that's why this happens. Part of the reason why this happens. Right? But I'm going to bring this video to a close. I could go on for longer, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.